Today, cryptocurrencies stage a comeback, and we'll dive into the world of music and NFTs. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Kate Rooney. Digital currencies are surging this morning. Here's where things stand as of noon Eastern. Bitcoin is back above $41,000. Ether, meanwhile, is trading at more than $3,100. And Solana with a rebound as well. It gained as much as 8.5%. All right, we are jumping right into our main topic today. I'm here at the Emerge Americas conference in Miami Beach, and I had the chance to sit down with Armando Perez, better known as Pitbull, to ask him about his growing involvement in crypto and NFTs. So a lot of people know you as Mr. 305,
yes.
Mr. Worldwide,
yeah,
but not for your involvement in NFTs or cryptocurrency. How did you come across NFTs, and how did that happen?
Well, I got involved actually with the blockchain years ago. So I invested into a company that had to do with the blockchain, which obviously led into crypto. Crypto is always something interesting to watch, and it's entertaining, let's just say. I hope you have a stomach for it. And as far as NFTs, what I love about it, it creates another opportunity for those in any business, really, but me being in the music business, we always say that music sells everything but itself. But at least with the NFT, this is something, we're building the plane while we're flying it. We're constantly figuring out different ways on how to be able to utilize it, give the fans what they want, create value. So for me, it's exciting. I'm a student of the game, and I love to learn, and it's been a great experience with OneOf, and OneOf is a company that believes in partnership, and that's what I was waiting for. More than anything, it's all about quality over quantity, so that when you got quantity, it's quality.
I love that. Well, so do you feel like you've got a more direct connection with your fans and people that are consuming your music and products versus sort of the old way of doing things? Is that one of the upsides?
It's like anything. It's how you navigate the waters. You want to make sure that you don't dilute or saturate any product. You want to give them something that has value and worth, like I was saying before, quality over quantity. So now having the direct connect, yes, of course, it adds more value, but also you need to make sure that they're getting their money's worth, the bang for their buck, whether it be at a concert, whether it be the music that you put out that they stream, and whether it be an NFT. So you want to give them something that's memorable, an amazing experience.
What does it mean for the music industry? Do you anticipate anybody sort of getting cut out here as a middleman?
I anticipate a lot of things that are going to happen. Right now, it's the wild, wild west. It's a gold rush. We're going to have to see when the dust settles who survives. I feel that we definitely will be a part of the survival of the fittest, those who survive and thrive. But you know how it is. The minute something starts to make any kind of money, now you're swimming in a pool of blood with a bunch of sharks.
So what are some of the things, if you're buying an NFT, for example, as a fan, are you just getting music? Are you getting access to maybe a concert? What are some of the more interesting use cases?
Well, the beautiful part of that is there's a lot of variables to it, and you can scale it down and scale it up. So you may get an experience at a concert. You may get exclusive music that no one has. You may get a collaboration with an artist who paints, and that is basically what is explaining this song. Yeah. So there's so many things that we can do, and that's why it's very exciting, because it allows us to be extremely creative.
Are you investing in Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies themselves as a personal investor?
It's definitely something that I invest into, but I don't, how can I say, bet the bank on.
Yeah. Got it. So sort of a small amount, you're not going
I watch
all
it,
in.
I learn from it.
Yeah.
I still think that there's a lot of, in the near future, as it grows, it's going to attract even more attention, which in turn is going to make the game more interesting.
Got it. And have you heard from other either musicians or celebrities who are looking to also get into NFTs and sort of asking your advice on it?
Oh, everybody in our world of being creative, whether it be music, whether it be any sense of entertainment or art, everybody wants to get involved, because see what happens when you get to a certain level as someone that's creative, you lose the fun of it because it becomes more of a business. Now you're a line item. What are you making the market share? What's the P&L? Things of that nature. Yeah. Now this takes it back to where we can be creative again, have fun, and you can swing and miss, but you're going to learn from it. So that to me is what makes it extremely exciting.
Okay, CNBC's digital video team is also following the growing music NFT business. They spoke to DJ and Royal CEO Justin Blau to find out how NFTs are letting music fans invest in their favorite artists.
Can you talk to me a little bit about Royal? What is Royal, and what are limited digital assets? And how does that also play into the world of music NFTs?
Absolutely. So Royal is a company that I founded with my best friend from college, JD. And the goal of Royal was kind of to create a project on the tail end of some of the collectible music. So Royal is a platform where you can invest in your favorite artists by owning rights in your favorite songs. And so far, we've actually done 4 artists. We've done Nas, Verite, Ali, and recently Diplo. All of the issuances and sales of those tokens have sold out in a matter of minutes. And we've actually had over $1 million of ownership interest from fans, which has never been possible really in the past, where fans can actually own a piece of all of these songs for the first time in a frictionless, seamless way.
Can you talk a little bit about what limited digital assets are at Royal and how
Absolutely.
that also plays into music NFTs?
Limited digital assets are by nature technically NFTs, but they have a bunch more features than a stereotypical NFT as most people know them today. Some of those features include, true ownership in the music, specifically streaming royalty rights. So fans can actually earn royalties when the song is streamed across platforms, whether that's Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, etc., where now artists and fans are actually partners in the ownership of a song. And both are incentivized to make that song grow. But the other benefits of LDAs that are, kind of unlike other types of NFTs are redemption mechanics and benefits, where if you're a holder of one of these assets, you can get direct communication with your favorite artist. You can even redeem, an all access pass once a year to go backstage at your favorite artist show. But it's ultimately up to the artist to decide what benefits they can ascribe to these limited digital assets.
Can you also explain how a song would be fractionalized if an artist lists their song or a collection of songs on Royal? How does that work and what are the mechanics behind that?
Absolutely. That's a great question. In purchasing music as a piece of art, we assign those users rights in the song, almost as though, when anybody makes a record, I might have a collaborator who's the singer, and I assign that singer a certain piece of the rights of that song because they help me make the song, right? So we kind of treat fans as collaborators in the record. And then technically, of course, once you're a rights holder, there are administrators that collect royalties on behalf of artists. And then those payments are made to token holders on either a quarterly basis or a biannual basis, depending on the structures that the artist has.
And now going back to the topic of copyright, how do NFTs and copyright intersect? And how much ownership do artists or labels retain over these tokenized works?
So every artist has a different deal. Some artists are independent, some artists are signed. Some artists are signed and recouped, which means a label sends an advance of money when they sign a record deal. And if the music has generated more than that number from the advance, the artist still participates in sometimes 20 to 50% of the actual revenue on the master side of the recording. It's really up to the artist to decide how much they want to sell. It's not really our choice. We kind of think that, under 10% isn't as interesting to fans. So we try to push artists to sell at least 20.
And can you explain how an asset owner can basically put that up for sale on an exchange like OpenSea?
Absolutely. So we like to think of these things not as much as shares, but as like literally manifestations of art and ownership. And so each token is completely unique. It has album artwork that's generated uniquely. So all the tokens actually look completely different. And that token just represents your ownership in our particular case, the streaming rights of a song. Once you own it and you paid for it on Royal, you now have full flexibility to withdraw it to your own self-hosted wallet and to sell it on exchanges like OpenSea, or any other composable crypto ecosystem.
Can you talk a little bit about how Royal's maybe business model helps foster that community for music fans?
That's kind of the best kind of final point and value add that Royal can create for an artist is community, but even more so data. In many ways, data drives community in that I, as an artist, have no data on who any of those people are. It's almost impossible for me to build a community without social media, without the dependencies of an Instagram or a TikTok or a Twitter, where they gate, content to my followers. With crypto, I know everyone who owns one of these assets and can do anything I want directly with those wallets. But you can own an asset, not claim a payment, and just interact with an artist anonymously, get access to that exclusive content anonymously, or enjoy a free ticket to a show once a year, right? So we're kind of building this ecosystem where artists get way more data on who their biggest fans are, and we think that's incredibly important, especially for smaller and mid-sized artists like myself. So being able to unlock that 1,000 true fan theory is a big kind of mission that we have at the company.
That's all for today's show, but be sure to head over to cnbc.com/Crypto World for the full interviews with Pitbull and Justin, plus a whole lot more. We'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll see you then.